My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to the Darkest Raptopia Estate, the second here in the Darkest Dungeon. I should actually quickly check if there's anything here I want. Oh, there kind of is, actually. Oh, it's an Eldritch Slayer as well, Gillian. My heart is taken with thee. Yeah, I really want Gillian, to the point that I think I might actually nick someone off to buggery. Who do I not want as much as I want Gillian? I've got 3 Plague Doctors on the up and coming. Plague Doctors are particularly good, but I don't know if I want 4 total. And I already have one who I haven't invested a ridiculous amount in, who has 2 things that I want to remove that are highly negative. I haven't upgraded his equipment. I think this is the end of Russell. So say goodbye. Roussel, you are good boy. But you are gonna have to leave me.
Elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
This one is broken. Alright, Gillian, Eldritch Slayer Occultist, we do need more healers. I was gonna go for a...
Fight the abyss. One must know it.
Vestal should one have appeared, but none did. So alright, we said at the end of the last episode that we were gonna be going after the Inchoate flesh. So I've already got Marshall as my front liner. He's a quick speed, so that is 2 speed on quick reflexes. Flagellant. Now, the Flagellant doesn't increase the damage they do via punish for a couple levels yet, so honestly, getting the extra levels on the Flagellant isn't huge. It doesn't change their damage output significantly. So, I'm kind of fine with just running him with punish and giving him the punishment hood so that he guarantees all of his bleeds. So he's going to be my lowest level character going to this area. And then I've got Monty, the Adventurer of Vestal, and she is going to be carrying Ancestor's Map for the scouting chance, as well as Junior's Head for the healing. I'll also be pumping up all of her heals. I've got Bergouette, our Apprentice Highwayman. Now, the Apprentice Highwayman here has got +2 speed and +10 dodge from the Bloodied Neckerchief. And then, on top of that, +4 speed from Quick Draw, which means that his speed on the first round is effectively going to be 11... which is 7 more than the speed of the Vestal, which means it is extremely unlikely that Bergouette goes slower in the first round than Monty, which means that Bergouette is almost certainly going to end up before Monty, which means Monty is going to end up in the 3rd row. The whole point is that I want a Duelist Advance first, and then after that, mainly just be using my melee abilities. Pistol Shot's always going to be available, but don't know. It'll be relatively unused, I feel. I'll keep Hound's Harry about on Pew Show. I won't use it in many circumstances, so I'm going to have likely, to start off with, Hound's Rush, Cry Havoc, Guard Dog, Lick Wounds. But just before the boss, I can change to Hound's Harry because it will inflict a 4-point per turn bleed on Inchoate Flesh as long as it bleeds every section of him. And we will be lowering the bleed resistance of Inchoate Flesh with Punish. So this seems fine to me. Honestly, you could probably do this with pretty much any party. This is just a party that I've chosen because I wanted to make the most of the only healer that I currently have available, being Monty, as well as have damage taken in 2 different ways. The only significant problem here is that my only stun is Monty, and it is Dazzling Light, which is low accuracy. So that could present a problem, but we are doing a ridiculous amount of damage, so we're not going to be relying heavily on stun. And my only other option for taking stun into this dungeon was to throw Marshall out and pick up Whereabouts Are You, Mevrel. Was the only clear-cut, super obvious good option. What's Freebute doing these days? Hard Skin, Fated. I guess I could also go with Freebute instead. And that's almost certainly correct. Wow. Have I already made a mistake in my pre-planning phase that I'm about to find out during the episode? Hard Skin for Fated. With Bellow and Rampart, I'll be able to forestall for a fair amount of time, considering I have a low stress heal and possibly flawed healing. Yeah, that's actually correct. All right, well, I do want to be leveling up Marshall, but this is currently not my opportunity to do it. This is perfect now. All right. Now we'll sort out their equipment before we leave. A lot of this is going to be about getting gold, though, because as you're about to see, we're running a tiny, teensy, incredibly low. Fuck me, Monty. Good lord, you needed a lot there. Alright, well, we need to, ooh, that's actually not going to be horrible in one specific circumstance. Going up against the Siren, that's for lower speeds. That gets sold. Alright, let's try and find things whose downside does not outweigh Shimmering Cloak. At this point, Seer Stone will never be used. I probably never end up taking 2 Chirurgeon's Charms now that I have 1 Junior's Head. Alright, that's about it for me right now. Everyone's got to upgrade their abilities as well, so this is going to be expensive. Need to upgrade both of those. Fucking yikes! Okay, you've no upgrades. Oh, your upgrades are going to be expensive as well, because I got to get that. I think I can run this dungeon without taking guard dogs, so I'm going to not take that at the moment. Oh, yikes. The money is not okay. Oh, but the supplies don't cost me anything right now. Fuck yes. All I need is my people to be prepared, and then I can go in free for supplies. And since supplies cost nothing, I'll take all of them. Okay. Let's relax just a little. And if I need blood, I'll probably pick blood up in a mission. Like, because I can just sell them back when I get home. Okay, you have yet to pick up your trinkets, plus 10 prot and plus 3 crit. Actually, I don't think that's significant enough to warrant taking over the top of 2 different stunning trinkets. And just keep you on that stun train. So damage plus riposte, team healing. You've also got the stress taken care of, and you're all aboard that damage train. Sounds good to me. Let's embark.
My zeal for blood rituals and summoning rites had begun to ebb, as each attempt invariably brought only failure and disappointment. Progress was halting, and the rapidly accumulating surplus of wasted flesh had become burdensome. The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone. Okay, so the furthest far is 4, 3, 4. So it's there or there. We probably are going to get a ridiculous amount of scouting pings. At the very least, I'm hoping. So what's our best way to maneuver through this map? Yeah, it's actually probably kind of making a figure 8 and then just hoping that we've mapped it. But what if I do that in the other direction? Then I give myself the ability to snake along the bottom if I want to go through every room. Okay, so if I do that in the other direction, it's across, sorry, down, across, up, across. I do revisit this room, but I don't revisit any hallway. Oh, okay. You, I believe, are my highest damage. No, you're definitely my highest damage. Holy buggery. Except you're also doing plus the 20% damage versus Beast. But you're also going to be setting up ripostes. But you're going to act faster. Okay, right. We'll take Pew Show getting this buff here. That's straight up 30% extra damage until I camp. If we run into another of those, we might end up in a position where we straight up decide not to camp because our buffs were that good. Unfortunately, not a critical scouting ping, but I guess it'll do. We will take home deeds and portraits. I kind of want to take home a stack of crests as well. So this is one of the big reasons. Nice.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
This is one of the big reasons that I want Pusho to be pretty ready. Hang on, my 120 versus 50, 70. It's actually a pretty good chance. I'm gonna stun. Nice.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Munch, 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 munch. I wanna munch, munch. I want to munch. Slap him. All right, let's have our friendly fellows take care of the rest of them. Yeah, the AoE is just straight up fucking trash here.
Decimated.
Destroy the entirety of, not 1/10. I'm gonna make that point until the day I fucking die.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I kind of didn't want to kill it.
Give them no quarter.
Kind of want to try to, wanted to try to eke out a thing of recovery. I can just straight up drop the laudanum because I am very well aware that laudanum is not needed here. I'm also very well aware I'm not going to need the dog treats against the boss. Like, I'm free to use them at any point, I feel. I should probably use them early so that I can free up space in my inventory. I do want to take the blood, though. A stack of 6 torches isn't going to be super useful. I can throw away things at will because I was able to pick up a bunch of stuff at will because it cost me nothing. Yeah, okay, now we're in the realm of you're definitely going to be one-shotting things. With 60% extra damage on top of the 15% and then another 15%. So you're doing 90% damage more than you should be. I'm going to quickly pop my head out here, have you disarm, just to get 7 stress recovery. This entire thing should be clear. This was scout. Oh, right, yeah. You don't get to see where hunger checks are going to occur, so fair. Unfortunately, this one wasn't scouted. No critical scouting ping for me. Makes me a sad dude about things. I'd like to have taken that.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Okay, that was a critical scouting ping, so I now know there is no secret room anywhere in 2 spaces since that. Which means not down there, not across here, not across here, and not across here. My hope... I moved you in the wrong position, but that doesn't actually matter. As long as I follow up with a rampart on my next shot, I should be okay. Wow! He's the fastest man! Yeah, my hope is that I'm going to be able to one-shot targets with Pusho right now. The rampart was pretty much just for moving me back into position. That's going to be a pretty guaranteed stun right there. 95% chance. I know that's not what guaranteed means. Full stop. End of sentence. Yeah. Hound's Harry is actually good here. As long as it hits the bleed on this target, and it did, that target's now dead. So it's just extra damage on all of the other targets. Nice. I can stunt you to the back row. If I can get a stress heal off, I'm going to feel pretty good about all of that. Normal heal. I don't really care about the normal heal. I'm all about that stress heal. Woo. Okay.
Their formation position is broken. Maintain the offensive.
This is going to be kind of frustrating. I don't think this guy is in position to hit. But at the same rate, I don't want to give him the opportunity, so he's dead.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Alright, fine. Anti-venom is almost certainly not going to be useful in this area. I do feel sad having thrown it, though.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Okay, that's a stack of bullshit right there. Give me scrolls. Man! Holy shamoly!
May we find victory.
Alright, I need to remember to rectify my party positioning, because I'm dumb and I keep fucking forgetting. Man, if only I did one more point. Oh, no, never mind. Yell at him. I'm just gonna whittle him down to only one target. Response. That's good. Since he does have prot, I'll hit him with a bleed. Unfortunately, didn't work. Whatever.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I've got to remember to drill it into my brain that I'm running a shuffle party. When I'm running a shuffle okay, cool. Well, I now kind of know where everything is going to be. So it's just going to be a S-curve down to the bottom to get us our boss.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I should have actually started another stack of gold there on top of the jade. I should have thrown the jade out. Oh, this should be fine. I'm not going to be able to take the back target out by myself, but as long as I use Monty's airstrike, I should be able to finish that off. Nice. The reason that I did it like that is because I'm pretty sure that Pusho is the only person who's going to be able to do enough damage to the Swine drummer.
A singular strike.
Because the Swine drummer has 3 more HP than the other Swine character. Especially if this also bleeds. It didn't. Do I save 2 health with... No, not worth it. I could have used a bandage, or rather I could use a bandage to save 2 health here. I have so many bandages. It has to be correct, though.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah. Ah, finally! Alright. Wheeled phobe is kind of shitty, and it's locked in. Anemic is super shitty. Ruminator is actually kind of shitty as well, but not as bad. And also, it's not locked in yet. I think I'm gonna have Inchoate burn these. Lost Anemic, perfect. It's actually straight up exactly what I wanted to lose. I'm really pleased.
Obliterated.
1 down.
Eradicated.
2 down. Whew, and stress heal on both the only people that could have gotten anything out of it. 3 down, that's a strike.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Now, I know you need to knock down 7 more than 3 for a full, actual, real-world strike. Look. Irrelevant to the current circumstance. Speaking of irrelevancy, let's knock one of them out so they have no impact on the fight. Good. The chance for any of these creatures... Since I can't stun them, I'm actually just going to bellow. Slow them down so they never go above my speed. the chance for any of these creatures to inflict the Crimson Curse on you has been significantly lowered. It is worth mentioning that ahead of any combat with them so it doesn't look like, wow, he's getting lucky, not getting cursed. Alright, just end the fight as fast as possible. I don't have to deal with that.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
I almost certainly could have thrown out my torches there. Should have. Should have done so.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I feel like compared rather, to other runs, I'm getting very, very few. Oh. Didn't dodge, but don't. Good, good, good. No disease. I feel like compared to other runs that I've done, I'm getting very few curios that are actually preventing or lowering status effects. Not lowering the amount of negative quirks that I have, or removing negative quirks in particular. I feel like I'm getting very, very few of them. To be fair, I've gone a lot to locations that don't have them available, which almost certainly accounts for that. In fact, it definitely does account for that. And now I feel bad, because I just figured it out. Now I look like a big old dum-dum. Not that I didn't before. Alright, I'll just set up my riposte there. Let's have a front line riposting the ever-loving hell out of everyone. You should actually be stunned. That'll prevent any actions coming out this turn.
The promise of
Death.
safety.
Death. Dot tick unstun. Whee! How bleeding are you? Not bleeding enough to die, unfortunately. Now you're bleeding enough to die, but I had to use my stress healer to do that to you. Get a party heal going out. Almost everyone's back on full HP. That's actually pretty good.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Alright, so there is money. Stack of 2 torches should go away. Resort. Hey, there is a secret door. So I guess I'm going to go all the way around. That's going to give me also 2 more fights before I have to camp. Or I can camp in here. I should camp in there. Alright. Two more curios. Super unlikely I want to interact with any of them using medicinal herbs. Oh, an invite! Finally, I got me an invite! Thing is, Shou's gonna kill the backline immediately, so I don't really want to waste his damage. Well, that all worked out pretty well. I'm gonna yell at him. Give him a big old debuff, debuff. I'm gonna probably try and hit both of them with an anti-venom that I don't have, so that's gonna make it real difficult to do so. Prevent as many actions as possible. That one should be a group heal, though. Just for the sake of my front line. Nice.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I'm gonna drop the dog treats, because I probably just should have used them in that battle, but it's effectively like I did. Look at that bull-ass shit damage. I'm even considering not camping, as I said earlier, but it does feel wrong. If this is gonna be 3 puzzling... Alright.
Darkness closes in. haunting the hearts of men.
Yeah, it is. All right. We have to camp then.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Okay, we'll drop 4 food. We'll drop those. I'll probably also drop the bandages now. It's very unlikely that I end up interacting with anything with those. Holy water interactions and torch interactions are more likely. I think I know via the map that I'm not going to be using shovels either. That seems about right then. So tactics I definitely have to make time for. So I may as well do it first. Prevent nighttime ambush seems like a good idea to me. Clean guns is not going to be relevant because I'm not using your ranged skills. I mean, Sanctuary is basically the worst version of Hound's Watch for us right now, so we'll roll Hound's Watch. Everyone's on super low stress. So I guess it's either Instruction. It's probably Instruction. It has to be Instruction. I want to increase the speed of the Houndmaster so the Houndmaster can get the bleeds out faster than anything can respond to the possible bleeds he is going to be dealing.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
What's this room? Weird, I imagine that's a bug.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Pump the torch proactively here. Man, are we actually going to end up with a fucking disease here somehow? Oh god, don't you dare. Here we go. Crimson fucking Curse time. Unfortunately, without the extra 90% damage, it's not as ridiculous as before. It's still kind of ridiculous. Not as ridiculous, though. Right. Bellow at him. Hey, one resisted. Well done, you. Yay! Double resist. Good work. So they can just straight up hit any of the rows. Good to know. This is going to kill the one in the back line. Well, I mean, as long as it hit the bleed. It did, so... Thankfully, that worked out for me. Nice. Oh, we've just got one left. Second Crimson Curse? No.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And here I thought I was going to get away, possibly, without having all of my Vestals Crimson Cursed. What a mistake I made in that assumption.
Masterfully executed. This expedition at least promises success.
Mm-hmm. We do have 3 more battles of it, so we're fine.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
I mean, I now know the skeleton keys can't be useful to us past this point. Nice. Although this is still quite unlikely to be a full clear. Oh, wow. Thank you for acting faster than... Yep. Mm-hmm. Good work, you. Oh, wow. Your disease is actually making you act 1 faster, and that's... Yeah. Well, that sucks. Guess I just divine heal.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
So if I yell at him and get a 2 there, I can guarantee that the one in the back dies, or I can just set up riposte, so if anyone in the front line gets hit, we hit back twice as hard. I just really, really hope I don't get a disease. Never mind. That's one of the worst ones, right? Yeah, -5 speed. That's pretty fucking abysmal, actually. It's not gonna end this...
Success so Clearly
adventure,
evil.
but
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
oh boy, is it not good. Just because I have these left over, pop all of those before going in. Also forget to shuffle my party because I'm a big old ding-dong.
Contorting and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
Alright. Pretty much my goal is just going to be stacking the ever-loving hell out of bleeds on everything. Because especially for these targets, they have protection stats, like protection 50, 50, I think you're a 30, and then I think the spine section is like an 80. That's a ridiculous crit right there, you piece of sh... Another crit? No? Sure you don't want to crit me? The debuff resistance is really slow. I wonder if Bellow is actually going to be ridiculous. Oh, 70 for the spines. Fair enough. Bleed. Now that I'm at the front of the party, let's be using my melee bleed skill. Let's heal you up. It'll be a real tragedy. Wow. You still managed to act before me, you bastard. Well, I was gonna stun that section. But I guess instead... Nice. Dodge the Bone Zephyr. Just hit our reposting targets, please. I mean... if we could hit you back harder than you hit us, that'd be preferable, I have to say.
A decisive pummeling.
Pretty much every time we do a Hound's Harry, we crit at least once. I love it. Yikes. Well, guess I'm bleeding you. Undulating Invasion. Not a stress attack, so I wonder how I got so much stress so early. Was it just the one crit on our Man-at-Arms? Seems like it may have been. Could just yell at him again? Yeah.
Devastating blow.
That debuff is just going to be pretty good for us. Ooh, it's also lowered your dodge by 14 down to 0. Nice. Very, very soon, in fact, probably that turn, we wanted to transition into straight damage. Because we're going to start getting to the point where the end ticks of the bleed won't trigger. Because by that point, the target will be dead. Just a quick stun on the self-healing section. Unfortunately, no riposte set up. Yeah, this fight has been a lot more of a trial than I thought it ought to be. Oh, well. Gonna leave this dungeon with some actual stress on some of my characters, which is just not okay. Bye-bye.
Grotesque in death as it was in life. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
None of the rest of these is resources. What do I value less than Onyx? 4 crests? Yeah. Alright. Let's get out of here. How many diseases did we get? Other than the one we acquired in the dungeon, of course. Oh, another disease on the same character. You are now bulimic as well as a stress eater. Now, I don't want to tell you your business, but you know what? Those could entirely be compatible, I guess. It's just binge and purge. So this is the binge, and that's the purge. Okay, never mind. Frey Butte, I understand. Well, I don't understand, but I can sympathize.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
All right. You definitely need to get rid of the Black Plague. Bulimic, not super problematic. Shouldn't really pose much of a threat to us. Current contagion level 0. Good, so I'm not getting the disease to spread among my current party. Any Vestals? Viz. Deadly is nice. Hagemania and Ablutomania aren't that good, though. Natural Eye and Natural Swing. You would be the world's best at aiming. You already have decent accuracy by base. So I guess all that means is that your blind fire would be reasonably better than it is for most arbalists. This is heavily unfortunate. Alright, what do we have for a mission for next time? Hero's Ring, if I end up going for the Siren. I haven't got much debuff resistance in terms of trinkets yet, so I guess I would just have to overstack in terms of taking Holy Water, and then just Holy Water the ever-loving hell out of my characters before we went into the final fight. I could do that. I easily could. This is kind of just like a boss run completion thing that we're doing recently. Ooh, another Berserk Charm, though. That's almost certainly going to be the case. I would take the Poisoned Herb if I didn't already have the Blasphemous Vial. Blasphemous Vial should be all I ever need in terms of Blight. Like, I want to kill the Siren, but I don't really want the Hero's Ring, and you get very rare items from it anyway, so I may as well wait until there's a very rare item I want. So instead, I'm definitely going to be going for those 3 portraits, as well as that beautiful, beautiful Crescent Charm. That lovely good boy sitting right there. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below, as well as all of the other links to all of the things for the game, and I've forgotten all of the things that I usually say here. Playlist in the description down below for all episodes, past, present, and future. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time. See? Got there eventually.